Hi everyone, Namaste, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to do a first impression review, and this is a new launch by Sugar. It's their primer. I have been waiting for their primer since so long because they have really good products. I love their BB cream, I love their matte hazard lip crayons, I love their Ace of Face foundation, I love their contour kit, like contour face palette. So I love a lot of products from Sugar. So now they have come up with a new product. This is their primer, which is here with me, and this is Base of Glory Pore Minimizer Primer. I do have a lot of pore problems, especially around my nose area, like here. So I do get lots of visible pore, like they're kind of like noticeable. So I'm super happy that they have launched with a pore minimizer primer, and I have high hopes with it. So let's just check out how the product is. I haven't used it yet, so in front of camera I will be using for the first time. So let's just see how the product is and what the product is. So this is how the packaging looks like. It's like a purplish pinkish packaging, and it retails for 799 Indian rupees, and the amount of product I'm getting here is 30 ml of product, that is 1.01 fluid ounce. And when you open this cardboard packaging, you see the actual tube, which is this black tube, really nice and sleek packaging. It's a plastic bottle, reusable bottle, and it has a nozzle from where you can just take out the product very easily. And it says that it is up to 12 hours oil control skin perfecting formula. So I have a combination skin. I do get oily in my T-zone, so definitely we'll be checking out. But the weather is changed now, so I might not get that much oil on my face, but still I will be wearing it, and I will be showing to you guys how it is working on my skin. Yes, so as you can see, the product is transparent in the color, and it has a very silicone feeling when I apply and touch. That really nice smooth silicone feeling. But when I see the ingredients, it doesn't have any silicone base, which is really nice because it does feel like silicone, but it doesn't have any silicone, so that's really nice. So for the actual test of this primer, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just apply it on half of my face and half of will be without primer, and I will be using their foundation only, Ace of Face foundation, which is like one of my favorite foundation, because it's really nice without primer as well, but I just want to check how it works with the primer. So I'm just gonna apply that foundation on half of my face with primer, and without primer on the second half. So I'll be noticing the differences and the texture and the finish of the foundation with primer, and yeah, we'll be doing the time test, like it will be like a wear test basically. So let's just get started. So I'm just gonna apply this Base of Glory Pore Minimizing Primer. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this primer onto the back of my hand, and I will be applying primer on which side? Okay, I will be applying the primer on this side, and this will be without primer. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. I'm just gonna apply the primer. So I zoomed in a little bit so that you can see the actual thing happening on my face. If it's oil free, definitely I will be looking for a matte finish. So alright, so here I have the primer. I'm just blending it really nicely, especially around my nose where I have the pore problem. Alright, so I can see that it did mattify my half of my face. So you can see the shine here, but it's not here that much, so definitely it's mattifying. But in winters I love to have dewy finish as well, but normally I love matte finish. So yeah, so I have primer on here. It's very smooth, very silicone, and I do feel the difference in the texture in both of the skin, like here and here. The texture here is a little bit rough, but here it's very smooth. My hand is gliding onto my skin really smoothly. It just gives me really nice smooth texture. So now let's just apply the foundation. Alright, I have my foundation here. This is the Ace of Face foundation stick, and I'm gonna wear a 03 Chocosino. If you want a detailed review about this foundation, I have already on my channel. You can just go and check it out. I'll try to put a link here or in the description box, so go and check it out. So I'm just gonna apply the foundation. I'm just gonna apply where I applied the primer first. So let's just check out. This foundation acts as a full coverage foundation on my skin at least. So I really love a foundation, so I don't need any color correction or concealing, extra concealing with this foundation. This foundation works as it is on my skin, which is amazing. So I'm just gonna blend it with my PAC 003 foundation brush. So the foundation glided on this side really smoothly and it blended on really smoothly, and you might see a lot of difference in my skin color. You might say that it's not your color. I do feel that it's a little bit lighter on my skin, but when I do my whole makeup, it just sits on my skin and it just blends in with my skin and it looks very natural. It doesn't look very light on my skin. So just a little explanation. So yeah, so let's see the pore. Definitely it is a pore minimizing foundation. I really can't see a lot of pores underneath this foundation because the primer is on. But the actual difference I can actually tell you after applying the foundation this side where I have no primer on. So you can see that there are pores on my skin, but here you can see a little less visible because of the primer and the foundation. Now let's just check out just with the foundation. So I'm just gonna apply the same foundation on the other side where I have no primer on. Alright, I have a foundation on the other side as well, and right now I really can't see any difference in both of the sides. Even in the pores, I think both sides have the similar effect. There's no difference as much, but when I see closely, I see that I am a little bit dry here because I don't have anything underneath the foundation. It seems a little patchy and dry, but the pore size, I think it's the same. It's not making any difference. Rest, we'll check out how it will behave like during the day, like whole wear test. So I'm just gonna do my full face makeup and I'm just gonna see how my makeup sits on this primer. So yeah, I'll see you after full face makeup. So everyone, I am back with my full face makeup. So right now it's 12:43, almost पौने 1 हुए हैं, and let's just see how the makeup looks with or without primer. I'm just gonna see both of the sides. It's looking very similar. I can't see any difference right now. Yeah, it's very similar. I can't point out any difference right now. So I'm just gonna see you after a few hours and I'll just let you know whether I see any difference or not, whether the makeup stays longer with primer or not. But as far the pores are looking very similar, yeah. But I see a little bit dryness where I haven't applied any primer, so I see a little bit dryness, not too much but a little bit, yeah. So I'll see you soon after a few hours and I'll let you know my thoughts about this primer, and yeah, so yeah, see you soon. So guys, it's 5:31 right now. Almost 5 hours since I'm wearing the foundation with and without the primer. So this side I have primer on and this side I do not have primer on. As for now, I don't have any problem with both the sides, but let's just check out in detail. Okay, so there is a little bit dry patches on my nose on the side where I have no primer on, and I see a little more pores than this side where I have primer on. So yeah, that's the difference I can see. Otherwise, the staying power itself of the foundation is very good with or without primer, but definitely the primer side is a little bit smoother. It's staying well on my face. The makeup is as intact as it should be, but yeah, I'm not planning to wear this foundation till 12 hours, but I can see that the primer side is a little bit better than the non-primer side. So definitely the primer is working, but the actual test of the primer will be in the summers, and because right now the weather is changing, my skin is already going to a drier side. So I really can't tell you about the oil control, but definitely it makes your skin smoother and it makes your pores less visible. So yeah, so definitely it's a good primer, but I can't really tell you about the oil controlling thing that it claims. So that was a quick review and a little bit of wear test of this primer. So here's the final verdict. The primer retails for $7.99, which I think is a little expensive, but as far as its work, it's doing a very good job. My makeup is as intact. I don't have any problem applying my makeup. It gives a very good finish. It is a good primer, no doubt in that, and you're getting 30 ml of product in $7.99. That's kind of like fine. It's not too much or it's not too less quantity. I think it's the appropriate quantity you can have in that much of amount. So definitely a good buy from me. I would rate this primer near about 4 out of 5. So yeah, so that was my final verdict of this primer, and I hope you really liked this video. And if you're new to my channel, watching me for the first time, then I'm Kavya. I make beauty and makeup related videos, and if you like my video, then please do hit the subscribe button, help me grow, and I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, stay beautiful, stay healthy, bye bye.